This US Open is about to get messy, not just because of the packed draw, the lights of New York, or the pressure of Arthur Ashe Stadium, but because on the women's side, we've got legacy battles, comeback stories, new generation heat, and controversy stacked from top to bottom. The WTA hasn't had a clear, undisputed queen in years. Every slam feels like it's up for grabs, but that also means fans are constantly split. Who's really the best? Who's overrated? Who's protected by the media? And this year, the stakes are huge. Some players are chasing their first slam, others are trying to defend their status before the new wave buries them, and a few, they're here to prove the critics wrong once and for all. We're counting down the top 10 women to watch at the 2025 US Open, going from number 10 all the way to number 1. And listen, this is not a safe list. There are some unpopular takes in here. Some of you will agree, some of you will fight me in the comments, and that's the point. Because this isn't just about results. It's about the stories, the pressure, the mental toughness, and the debates that fans can't stop having. So as we go through, pick your fighter. Comment below who you think is being hyped too much, who's underrated, and who's going to own New York this year. Let's dive in. Number 10, Aryna Sabalenka. Yeah, I'm starting controversial. Putting Sabalenka at number 10. The defending champion from 2023, a powerhouse hitter, a 2-time slam winner, and yet I've got her barely cracking this list. Why? Because her 2025 season has been rocky. Fans are asking, did Aryna peak already? The double faults are creeping back, the mental cracks show under pressure, and younger players are starting to figure her out. But here's the twist, every time people count her out, she comes roaring back. What makes her dangerous in New York is the atmosphere. Sabalenka feeds off energy, whether it's love or hate. The crowd boos, she smirks and swings harder. The crowd cheers, she feeds off it like jet fuel. But here's the debate. Is she slipping into hit hard, hope for the best mode again? Or is she just saving her best for the slam that matters most? Drop your take below. Is Sabalenka still a real US Open threat, or has her window already closed? Number 9, Naomi Osaka, the queen of comebacks. Naomi Osaka hasn't been a dominant force since before her break, but make no mistake, New York is her stage. She's a 2-time champion here, and the fans haven't forgotten. Osaka's biggest battle isn't just opponents, it's herself, her fitness, her rhythm, her confidence. Every time she steps on court, people debate, is this the old Naomi or just a shadow? Here's the thing. When her serve is on, when her forehand is clicking, very few can stop her, and if she gets through the early rounds, the buzz will skyrocket. Imagine a second-week showdown with Gauff, Swiatek, or Raducanu. The internet would explode. But here's where fans split. Some say Osaka deserves the spotlight no matter what. Others argue she's being protected by wild cards and media hype. So what's your take? Should Naomi still be treated as a title contender, or is she only living off past glory? Number 8, Coco Gauff. Now, this is where the New York crowd gets loud. Coco Gauff, last year's champion, America's golden star, the face of the next generation. And yet, she comes into 2025 with one big question. Can she handle the pressure of defending in front of home fans? The Gauff story is inspiring. From teenage sensation to slam champion, she's living the dream. But with that dream comes expectations. Every misstep gets magnified, every match dissected, and lately, fans have noticed her game sometimes stalls when opponents attack her forehand. But here's the fire, Coco's mental toughness. She doesn't back down. And in New York, the crowd treats her like Serena 2.0. That energy can lift her to insane levels still. People are divided. Some believe Gauff is destined to dominate tennis. Others say she's good, but not that good. And the hype machine is way ahead of her actual game. So comment below, do you see Coco defending her crown or crumbling under the New York spotlight? Number 7, Maria Sakkari. Now, this one will spark debate. Maria Sakkari, the Greek powerhouse who's been hovering around the top for years without ever breaking through at a slam. Critics call her the gym warrior with no killer instinct. Supporters say, She's one big run away from proving everyone wrong. Why is she on this list? Because 2025 might be her last big shot. She's fit, she's battle-hardened, and she's had a sneaky good season leading up to the US Open. But the real question is, does she believe she can win? Sakkari's biggest rival isn't Gauff, Swiatek, or Sabalenka. It's her own nerves. Fans have seen her freeze at the worst moments. But in New York, sometimes chaos works in your favor. Imagine if Sakkari finally catches fire under the lights. It would shock the world. But do you believe in her? Or do you think she'll always be a semifinal story, never a champion? Number 6, Emma Raducanu. 3 years removed from her fairy tale US Open win in 2021, Emma Raducanu is still one of the most polarizing players in tennis. She stunned the world as a teenager, but since then, injuries, coaching changes, inconsistent results, and yet people cannot stop watching her. Why? Because her New York story is unforgettable. She didn't just win here, she dominated without dropping a set. That memory alone keeps fans believing she could do it again. Heading into 2025, Raducanu is healthy, swinging freely, and hungry to silence the doubters, but the fan base is torn. Half believe she's a future multi-slam champion. The other half say she's a one-hit wonder who'll never reach that level again. That's why she's so fascinating this year. If Raducanu makes a run, the hype will go nuclear. If she crashes early, the critics will tear her apart. So here's the debate for you. Is Emma's 2021 magic about to return in New York? Or was that lightning in a bottle that will never strike twice? The guy's number 5, Iga Swiatek, the queen of clay, the current world number, like 1. And yet, when it comes to hard courts, especially New York, Swiatek is still searching for that perfect formula. Her game is built on discipline, precision, and control. But at the US Open, the courts are fast, the crowds are rowdy, and the pressure is unlike anywhere else. And some say her calm, introverted style doesn't click with the madness of Flushing Meadows. Still, you can't deny her dominance. Multiple slams, weeks at number 1, destroying opponents on clay and hard alike. And in 2022, she did lift the US Open trophy, proving she can do it. But here's the fan divide. Is Swiatek truly the face of women's tennis, or is she a great champion who doesn't connect with fans the way Serena, Naomi, or Gauff do? The narrative around her isn't just about winning, it's about charisma, about legacy, about whether she can hold this throne in a sport where stars rise and fall fast. So comment below, do you see Swiatek as the true queen of the US Open? Or will New York expose her again? Number 4, Jessica Pegula, the steady grinder of the tour. Jessica Pegula isn't flashy, she isn't controversial, but she's consistent as hell. Quarterfinals, semifinals, deep runs, she's always there. But fans are divided. Some call her the most underrated player in the top 10. Others argue she's just a solid player who will never break through at the slam level. What makes Pegula interesting in New York is her composure. While others crack under the lights, she just plays her game. But sometimes that's also the criticism. People want to see fire, drama, risk-taking. Pegula, she's businesslike. And here's the wild card. She's American. That means the crowd will back her. If she makes the second week, the hype will build fast. Could steady, reliable Pegula actually steal the spotlight from Coco? What do you think? Will Pegula finally shock the tennis world? Or is she destined to be the reliable number 3 that never breaks through? Number 3, Elena Rybakina, the silent assassin. Elena Rybakina doesn't do drama, she doesn't do flash, she just crushes the ball with effortless power and icy composure, and fans either love her calmness or say she's boring. At her best, Rybakina looks unstoppable. Huge serve, flat ground strokes, cool under pressure, but injuries and inconsistency have kept her from fully dominating. Heading into the US Open, she's dangerous because no one really knows where her form stands, and that's where the controversy comes in. Some fans argue she deserves way more credit than she gets. If she had Coco's personality or Naomi's media buzz, she'd be the face of the tour. Others say her quiet demeanor is exactly why she'll never own the sport. But make no mistake, if Rybakina gets hot, she could blow through the draw without blinking. The question is, will New York's chaos fuel her or rattle her? What's your call? Underrated killer or overrated because of one Wimbledon win? Number 2, Ons Jabeur, the people's champion. Ons Jabeur has captured hearts worldwide with her creativity, humor, and trailblazing role for African and Arab tennis. But here's the truth. She's made multiple slam finals and lost them all. That's the heartbreak of Jabeur's career. She gets so close, but the finishing line seems cursed. Still, fans absolutely love her because she plays the game differently. Drop shots, spins, trickery. In an era of power hitters, she brings artistry, but heading into the 2025 US Open, the question is brutal. Is Ons destined to always be the runner-up? Or is this finally the moment she flips the script? And here's where you come in, because the fan base is split. Some say Ons is a legend no matter what, finals or not. Others argue she won't be remembered until she actually lifts a slam. So tell me, are you rooting for Jabeur to finally break through in New York? Or do you think her story will always be about almost but not quite? Number 1, Mira Andreeva, and at number 1, I'm putting the teenager who has the tennis world buzzing, Mira Andreeva. Why? Because she represents the future colliding with the present. And still a teenager, already a giant killer, and playing with a mix of fearlessness and maturity that's rare at her age. She's not here to wait her turn, she's here to take it, and that's why she's controversial. Some fans say it's way too early to crown her, others say she's the real deal, the next great star who's going to dominate for a decade. In New York under the lights, with the biggest crowds she's ever faced, we're about to find out. She could crash out early, or she could blow the roof off and announce herself as the new queen of tennis. And let's be real, tennis needs stories like this. The young lioness challenging the established names, the fans choosing sides, the drama exploding on social media. So I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to see Andreeva shake up the entire women's game at the US Open? So there it is, the top 10 women to watch at the 2025 US Open. From Sabalenka, trying to prove she's still got it, to Naomi Osaka, chasing redemption, to Gauff, defending her crown under the New York spotlight. From the heartbreak of Jabeur, the steadiness of Pegula, the ice-cold threat of Rybakina, to the fire of Swiatek and the hope of Raducanu, and finally, the fearless new face of the game, Mira Andreeva. But let's be real, this isn't a clean story. It's messy, it's controversial, it's full of divided opinions, and that's what makes the women's side of the US Open so electric. Anyone could win. Now it's your turn. Who's your pick? Do you believe Coco defends? Do you think Naomi shocks the world again? Is this finally Jabeur's moment? Or is Andreeva about to steal the spotlight from everyone? Drop your takes in the comments. Argue with me. Argue with each other. This channel isn't about safe predictions, it's about real debates. Because in New York, under the lights, with the pressure sky high, the women's game is more unpredictable than ever. And that's exactly why we can't look away.